Good morning. It's Thursday, March 24th, and this is, I think I may have shown it last night, but this is where we were kind of at last night. This is part of Greasy Creek Friendly, and we actually stayed in our van last night. And this truck here, that belongs to Time Out. We met him a couple days ago. We were parked next to each other at Uncle Johnny's. And so, yeah, so we camped out here. We're gonna take off today and drive down to Iron Mountain Gap, and then we're gonna hike southward to Indian Grave. And when we get to Indian Grave, Time Out is pulling a Jeep. He doesn't have it with him right now because he drove down to Indian Grave and he dropped his Jeep there. And then we're gonna pass him on the trail. He's gonna give us the keys to his Jeep. And then when we get down there, we'll drive his Jeep back here for him. He's gonna hike back up all the way to here. So his Jeep will be here, and the coordination worked out real well. It's kind of amazing how people on the trail look out for each other, and things work out pretty well. So that saves us from having to take two vehicles down there and drop, and it saved him from having to go back and pick his up. So it's all good out here. It's about 41 degrees out here. It's supposed to get up to about 55 by the time we finish our hike today. And we're looking forward to it. That'll be about just under 12 miles today. And then we get to sleep in a bed tonight. Woohoo! So it's interesting, as we were hiking by, Odie noticed that there was a lot of difference in the texture and some slight coloration differences in the moss, lichen that's growing on the trees. It's really cool. It's like a lot of different organisms and environment, biomes, whatever you want to call it, as you go up the tree.
Oh, there's the lettuce one.
There's a lot of different ones.
Did you get the lettuce?
I know. It's all different. Very cool. Thank you, old tree, for allowing them to grow on you. All right, we're about 2 hours into our hike, and in the center of the video, up that way, oops, sorry, that's the shelter that we stopped at, Cherry Gap Shelter. We're gonna have lunch there, and it's about 6 miles from here to the next good water source. And so just down the trail from the shelter is a piped spring. It's got a wonderful water flow coming out of it. You can probably hear it over there. It's a great water flow. So I'm going to fill up 2 of my bottles. They each hold 3/4 of a liter, so I'll have 1.5 liters. And I'll chug a bunch of it right here, and then I'll drink the other 1.5 liters between here and the next water source. So that's one of the things that you got to do out here, is figure out where water is going to be, so you can determine how much to plug down here, or as they call camel up, or how much do you need to fill up. So this is a really good water source. All right, so we're working our way up Unica Mountain, trying to get to Beauty Spot, where I think we're going to have a view. But along the way, the trees have started to change. We've got a mixture of rhododendrons and what appears to be cedars up there. There's still a few hardwoods in here. I think up the trail a little bit, there's a place called Enchanted Forest, which is going to be more of the firs, balsam, and then a lot more moss. So yeah, as you can tell, we're going up. That's why a little bit heavier breathing. So we'll catch you when we get to the top. All right, we've made it most of the way up to the top of Unica Mountain. I thought I'd just take a quick picture out here where you can see it's a little bit more of the spruce pine. Kind of reminds me of the Appalachian Trail back near Klingman's Dome, and then the trail going up to Mount Mitchell. And the nice thing about it is there's some pine needles down here that as you're walking along, it's soft on the feet. Unfortunately, you hit these rocks that you got to climb on, and then there's some roots up here. So you can't spend all your time just walking on a nice, soft, cushiony trail. You got to step on the rocks, you got to step on the roots. And I know that sounds like a complaint, but it's not. But it is pretty to look at. As Odie said, in some places it looks like a green carpet out there where you could walk on it. So it's been a good climb today. We're heading down Unica Mountain, and obviously the topography has changed, or the plant life has changed, that's for sure. But I also looked back at our far out, used to be Gut Hook, and said that Unica is 5,183 feet high. So we missed going over a mile high summit by 100 feet. Darn it. Would have been nice to be able to say we did another mile high climb. Well, we didn't climb up the whole way, but it's nice to go over a peak that's over a mile. So I'm sure we'll have more out in the future, but we're on the downhill now. It's sunny, not as much canopy from the fir trees to shade us. So it's getting a little warm. It's supposed to be in the mid 50s by 3 o'clock. So it was a little cool this morning, about 40 when we started, but we had a little bit of wind. It was blustery, we'll put it that way. So we are now ready to make our way to the bottom of the hill. All right, apologies in advance for the wind noise. We've been up here a couple of minutes. I'm trying to let it die down, but it doesn't seem like it's going to. So this is a beauty spot. It's one of the balls around here. Hopefully in the next few days we'll see a few more of the balls in the Rhone Highlands, but we've got a pretty good view. You don't have it exactly 360, but you got a good one. And if you look out right there, that's Big Ball. That's what we went over on Sunday. About 4 days ago we went over that. So we've made our way from that one down, and then I believe if you look out over this tree, you can see a little town down there. That's Irwin that we spent a couple days in. And then look how far out you can see. Look at that. I don't know what those are way out there, but that's amazing. We can see that far. And then I look over here and I get disheartened because looks like you can drive up here. We hiked 9 miles to get here. It was worth it. Hope you enjoyed the views.